Well, hello. Orgasmicpathways.com. Lots of healthy recipes, crazy, medicinal, tasty, delicious, orgasmic, flavor party in your mouth kind of recipes. This green stuff I've been doing a lot of, also been posting a lot of lately. I've been doing this every day now, every morning, sometimes a couple times a day for quite a while now. I don't know how long, but typically I would come and go with it in phases, but this is a long phase. Maybe it's permanent, who knows. But the 4 ingredients that I use that I've been swearing by. Oh, a lot of ginger. Yes. Okay, so one of those ingredients would be ginger root. A lot of people don't know what that looks like. People think of ginger, they think of ginger ale or maybe ginger powder. Ginger ale, no. Ginger powder, sure, that's cool. So here's what a ginger root looks like. Most grocery stores actually carry this, and more of them are starting to carry turmeric root also, which is pretty cool. So I use that. Sometimes I'll use turmeric root. Turmeric root, by the way, is the most powerful anti-inflammation food that the earth grows. It's pretty sweet. Ginger root is up there with the highest amounts of anti-inflammatory measurements. It's also great for tummy issues, especially nausea. Just a little bit of ginger root juice. You could take just a small knuckles worth, chew on it, and just get any of the juice down there, and your nausea will start to go away instantly. It's that effective. It's pretty amazing. So ginger root is one of the 4 ingredients I've been doing with these daily green juices. Another ingredient is going to be Granny Smith apples. I've got a ton of these. I'll typically do about 2 of these. Organic, always has to be organic with the Granny Smith apples. The Granny Smith apple is more medicinal than all of the other apples. And all of the other apples are good, especially if you eat them whole. I would not juice them because they have a lot of sugar. The green, tart, organic Granny Smith apples do not have a lot of sugar. They're extremely anti-cancerous. There's a lot of health benefits to organic Granny Smith apples. They're by far the healthiest apple that nature grows. They're also a staple part of the Gerson therapy, which is a wonderful nonprofit organization that's been around for a long time, and they've helped a lot of people heal from all different cancers, all different stages, without the use of pharmaceuticals. So they're one of the only nonprofits I actually donate some of my money to. And just yesterday, I bought 3 bags of these organic Granny Smith apples. And that's in addition to the probably couple dozen that I've already got in my home. So I go through a lot of those green organic Granny Smith apples because they're just that wonderful for human health, brain health, physical health, anti-cancerous, you name it. Hello, Kristen. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So that's 2 ingredients so far, the ginger root and the Granny Smith apples. Celery is another one. I get 2 full stalks. I keep the greens on when I put them through my juicer. I never cut the greens off. Even if I'm cooking with celery, I chop it up and throw the greens in there with whatever I'm making. And the celery there's a lot of health benefits to the celery. You can Google that and look it up, but real quickly here, the celery looks like a bone, snaps like a bone, has got about the right sodium proportion as the bones are supposed to have. It's got a lot of the physical characteristics that our bones and our bodies have. It turns out celery is a superfood for the bones. So eat lots of celery. I like juicing celery. I like cooking with celery. Get it raw as often as you can because that's going to be the healthiest way to get celery when you cook it. A lot of the medicinal properties are dead, like with a lot of food when you cook it. So I get over half of my diet is definitely raw. I'd say, 60 to 70% of my diet is raw, but at least 51% should be raw fruits and vegetables. What's the 4th ingredient? Oh yeah, dark leafy greens. I typically use spinach, but you can use chard, rainbow chard, Swiss chard, arugula, any kind of dark leafy green. I just happen to like spinach a lot, so I typically do that. Kale is another one. You can mix it up. Sometimes I'll get mixed bags of stuff, and a couple of handfuls worth I'll put through my juicer. And with dark leafy greens, I've made a lot of content about this too, but it's unique in that there's many things that make it unique, but really quickly, right now, I'll give you 2 things that make it unique. One there's more nutrition packed per calorie than any other food that the earth grows. So instead of counting calories, like a lot of people do, especially people who are interested in losing weight, count how much nutrition you're getting, how much vitamins and minerals and trace minerals and all that kind of stuff. I don't think people should be as concerned about calories as they are, especially people that want to lose weight. Weight gain, for the most part, is actually a result of starving your body of nutrition. It's a form of starvation. It sounds like backwards logic, but people that are overweight typically, almost in every single case, it's a result of being overfed with too many calories while being malnourished simultaneously with far too less nutrition. I mean, that combination is it's deadly, not because of just being overweight, but all the problems that are typically associated with it, all the chronic diseases and so forth, and then the medications it brings on, which causes more problems. So instead of counting calories, count how much nutrition that you're getting. And the dark leafy green, one of the many things that makes it so unique and special is there's more nutrition packed per calorie with dark leafy greens. So it is impossible to gain weight by eating that stuff. You could eat pounds and pounds of it on a daily basis. You will not gain weight. You will lose weight if you need to lose weight. You'll ramp up your immune system. And whether you need to gain weight or lose weight, it's all going to be just a byproduct of increasing your immune system. And that is a much better way to lose weight, to get healthy, by increasing your immune system and letting everything else happen as sort of a natural byproduct instead of the focus being on weight loss. Because if the primary objective is to lose weight, anybody can lose weight oftentimes at the expense of their health, how they feel, their joints, their mobility, you name it. And even aesthetically become a skinnier, flabbier version of their former selves. So remove that as the primary focus. Make the primary focus be to increase your immune system, increase your natural defenses and your natural healers, and just let weight loss or weight gain, if you're underweight, be a natural byproduct. It's a much better way to go. You're going to feel much better. Your energy, your joints, and so forth. Your blood panels will be much more impressive to your doctor. So yeah, think about that priority. It's life and death, that priority flip. Also, another really cool, unique thing about dark leafy greens is that it is the only food that has no tapering effect. And that is, any other food that you eat, your body can only absorb and use so much of it before you're just overflowing and you have to get rid of it through the city or county municipal sewage system. With dark leafy greens, the more of it you eat, the more health benefits you're going to get. There's no such thing as too much. Your body is actually going to use it. With everything else, there's only so much your body can absorb and use in one sitting. And then if you keep eating said food, it's just going to waste out. But dark leafy greens, no, just eat up, man, eat up. You can't have too many of them. Okay, so those are the 4 ingredients. Ginger root, Granny Smith organic apples, celery stalks, and dark leafy greens. So with ginger root, I will do at least a knuckles worth. If you like a lot of heat and you don't mind spice, then do more. I'll do like 2 or 3, maybe 4 knuckles worth or thumb lengths. But most people can handle at least 1 thumb length or 1 knuckles worth of ginger root without it being too much. But for those of you that like a lot of spice and a lot of heat, yeah, do more, like double, triple down on that. I do. And it'll just be healthier anyway, so it's very good. Organic apples, I will do 2 medium to large size ones. And celery stalks, I'll do 2 full celery stalks with the leaves still on them. Don't remove them. And then a couple of handfuls or a couple of fistfuls of dark leafy greens or more, because you cannot overdo it on those dark leafy greens. And so those are about the quantities that I use. And it will fill 1 large 12-ounce glass. And of course you need a juicer. So here's 2 different juicers. A centrifugal one, which is most commonly used. And it's a bit cheaper than this other main kind, which is a masticating juicer. Masticating is a medical word, means to chew. kind of the motion that it does. The major differences between the two as you're looking at them, other than the price difference, is a centrifugal one. There's going to be a little bit of heat, a little bit of friction, so it will kill some of the nutrients. I don't think it kills very much nutrients, so I don't really think that's too big of a deal. But then again, I don't know exactly how much of the nutrients it kills, but I'm sure it's fine. But it doesn't get as much juice yield out of whatever you're running through it. The masticating juicer doesn't produce any heat, so all the nutrition will still be alive and well. And it also gets you more juice yield out of your fruits and vegetables that you put through it. Actually, I don't put any fruit through it. Fruit is much better eaten whole because of the sugar content. And also the fiber, because you need fiber. If you're just juicing all day long, you're going to run into some problems. So in addition to juice, a friend of mine, her name is Kara, she commented on a thread I posted the other day with content about these green juices, just adding it in there, making sure everyone knew to also make sure you eat whole foods, fruits and vegetables, in addition to juicing, because we need the fibers. Without the fibers, you're going to have all kinds of problems. You could die of sepsis, who knows, you get backed up. I get about 30 to 50 grams of fiber. The average person probably gets less than 10 grams of fiber. And it affects their energy, they get diseases. Our gut health, about 80% of our immune system is in our gut. And fiber, insoluble as well as soluble fibers, go towards our gut health. And eating a good fibrous diet, it's like the analogy my friend Kara gave me was, it's like lifting weights for your gut. It makes your gut stronger so that you can extract all the nutrients from the food that you're eating and have it delivered to where it's needed in the body. If your gut is weak, you could be eating really healthy food like this, but missing all the fiber, and your body isn't going to get this incredible nutrition that's in the calories because your gut is too weak to extract it all and send it where it needs to go in the body. So you have to give your gut health that weightlifting routine every day with lots of fiber, soluble and insoluble. A quick, easy way to do that, there's many ways, but a can of black beans and a pear or two. So a pear and a can of black beans, that's going to take care of your soluble and insoluble fibers. You have to have both. One of them pushes things through your digestive tract, and the other makes it easy to go to the bathroom so that it feels amazing when you have a bowel movement. So get plenty, more, at least 20 grams, I would say. I forget what the recommended daily intake should be, but I'm sure it's probably got to be at least 20 grams. And I do way more than that, 30 to probably upwards of 50 grams of fibers on a daily basis, soluble and insoluble. And again, black beans and some pears, great way to do it. Raspberries have an abnormally high fiber content, plus raspberries are loaded with vitamins and minerals and a superfood for the skin. In fact, I think it's it is. The raspberries are also the #1 superfood for skin health, for beautiful skin, healthy hair, skin, and nails. It's also very anti-cancerous, and the oils that are in the seeds are anti-cancerous. Raspberries are amazing superfoods, and plus they've also got a ton of fiber content. Pears are also abnormally high in fiber compared to other fruits. And you can Google fibrous fruits and see what else is out there. There's all kinds of stuff. And the bean is actually a fruit. Most people, I don't think, know that. So yeah, those are the two different kinds of juicers. I recommend getting one. Get both if you want to. If you want to juice wheatgrass, you have to get a masticating one because the centrifugal one will just shoot all the blades of the grass through and won't juice, but the masticating one will. Also, you can make peanut butter with a masticating juicer. So I like to have both, but if you're going to choose one or the other, well, based on the info that I gave you before I got hugely sidetracked with the fiber talk, you can decide. But I think both are pretty cool. And if you like the idea of drinking something, you can also look at getting a blender, but most blenders are garbage. They're not worth the $20 that they sell them for, or $40 or whatever. You need to spend some money on a blender. A Vitamix is my favorite. I got one over there. See? My Vitamix and my food processor. Vitamixes are like $500 on the cheap end. So if you don't have that kind of a budget, you can get a NutriBullet Prime. All right, I need to move this thing. Here we go. There it is. And it says NutriBullet Prime on the front of it. Those, I see them nowadays at most grocery stores and department stores for, I want to say, less than $100. I don't think I've ever seen them more than 120, and that was a long time ago. Nowadays they're more like, I think I've seen them for as cheap as 80 to $100. But also blend techs are really good. So either a Vitamix, a NutriBullet Prime, or a blend tech, one of those three. The others are garbage for making smoothies, especially if you're doing it for any kind of medicinal healthy reason, including Ninjas. Ninjas are not very good. South Beach, blenders, and all those other ones are garbage, complete garbage. They're not worth it at all. So if you're into making smoothies for health reasons and taste, either NutriBullet Prime, a blend tech, or a Vitamix, one of those three. And then with smoothies, one benefit to a smoothie over juicing is that it's going to retain all the fiber. So the food is whole. So you're going to get the juice, but instead of juice form, it's going to be obviously thicker, like a smoothie consistency. And then with the juice, the advantage of juices over the smoothies is that because the fibers are gone, it's going to go pretty much straight into the bloodstream. So your thermic effect of feeding is going to be low. And basically what that means is your body's one energy source is not going to be used to digest food. It's going to be used for healing. So all that really dense nutrition coming from the juice is going to go right into your bloodstream, and your body's energy source will be able to solely be put to use to put those nutrients to work and heal the body. So there's a lot of trade-offs between making smoothies and then the juicing. So I do a combination of both. That way I'm getting all of those wonderful health benefits, and I'm not missing out on anything. I'm getting the best of all worlds, so to speak. And getting the best of all worlds, where it's a win-win situation, a yes and yes instead of either or. Just go for the whole enchilada, man. I love Mexican food. Anyway, so there you have it. If you want to make your kitchen more healthy and tasty, get one of the blenders that I mentioned, either a NutriBullet Prime, a Vitamix, or a blend tech. The others are garbage, and sorry, Ninjas are also garbage. Sorry, Ninja fans. And get a juicer, either a masticating one or a centrifugal one, or both. Like, I've got both. And then you will have the best of all worlds between having a good juicer and a really good quality blender. You'll have the best of all worlds. And you'll get plenty of fiber and all the aforementioned talking points I've made in this very long live feed. And all of this was impromptu. I was just coming on here to talk about green juice, and I got off on all those different topic matters and touched on a lot of really, really helpful stuff. And so as we get older, I'll close on this note. Hello, Angie. Hello, Cheryl, Kristen. As we get older, most people, they don't feel as good as they did when they were younger. They start to feel their age, or oftentimes older than their age. And a lot of that has to do with nutrition, what they've been putting in their bodies, and that adds up over time. It's something that happens so slowly, we don't really notice it, except over a long enough period of time. A great analogy that I've always used is we are like a lobster settling in for a nice warm bath. The heat rises slowly enough, the lobster doesn't really notice until it's too late. And that's how a lot of people live their lives. So good biomechanics in your day-to-day life, you know, when you pick something up, do it with good form, good technique. All of us have heard that before. Walk with good upright posture, work out, lift weights, do yoga, stretch. So do all of those things. But you also have to eat really good too. So if you're doing those two things, taking care of your physical health with right physical activity and good proper biomechanics, and you're eating a good plant-based whole food diet and some juicing in there too, you're gonna age in a way that is very different than how most people age. You're gonna feel younger as you get older. I've got a whole playlist of videos, a whole section on my website that's called Fountain of Youth. And anything that relates to looking and feeling younger and more youthful as you get older is going to be in that area. And you can find that at orgasmicpathways.com. That's my baby, my website. I've been building that for over a decade now, so it's huge, with the search engine, which is very helpful. But orgasmic, Maybe I should get that one too. Anyway, orgasmicpathways.com. Select your pathways. Look at my healthy recipes, my healthy grocery list. The Fountain of Youth section I think is really cool. I'm very proud of that. And oh, all that ginger root in there is so good. Yes. And you know what? Living a lifestyle like this for relationships of the romantic and sexual kind as people get older, this can save that, if you know what I mean. This absolutely can save that. Just throwing it out there. Okay. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'm going to go play some guitar. For those of you that are interested in creative guitar music and just love music, Musical Orgasms is my music website. And I've got hundreds and hundreds of videos and audio clips and even 6 original albums of original music by yours truly. MusicalOrgasms.com. So I'm going to go work on that now, some improvisational creative guitar music. And then I got a group workout under the sun. It's about 70 degrees right now. It's sunny. Should be a fun-filled workout. I will get very sweaty, and I'm sure I'll probably take a picture and say something to inspire you to work out too. Who knows? We'll see. And then after that, who knows? Random spontaneity adventures. Who wants to adventure with me? Let's create an adventure today. Oh yeah, you got your job. Damn it. What are you going to do? I guess play hooky from work. Play hooky. That phrase alone kind of dates me, doesn't it? Anyway, have fun with your day, whatever you do, and be healthy and happy. Bye for now. Mwah.